Hello friends, how's it going? I hope you're having a beautiful day. Today I'm going to be talking about something I never really thought I would be, and that is why I'm deleting all my social media. I feel like I've seen a lot of these videos popping up around the last couple of months, or maybe that's just my recommended, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people have been talking recently about quitting social media, so I wanted to throw my 2 cents into the pot. Alright, so this video is basically going to be split up into 3 sections. First, my fears about doing this. Second, the reasons why I ultimately decided that the fears weren't that significant. And third, more specifics of what I'm actually doing. Alright, first I will go into the reasons I was afraid to quit my social media. The first and most significant one is that I was afraid I wouldn't be able to really stay connected with my friends. Yeah, turns out responding to people's stories and sending streaks every day on Snapchat isn't really connection anyway. That's not really the kind of connection I want to have with my friends. So I was like, yes, I do have a couple of friends that I only really ever talk to on Snapchat, but like, I don't want to connect with them that way anyway, so I can either change my relationship with them and actually like text or call them, crazy idea, or not connect with them at all. So I feel like quitting social media like helped me take that step to form like a more real connection with my friends. I've only been off of stuff for like a week or two, so it hasn't really impacted me too much yet, but I'm curious how it'll affect me like longer term. The other 2 reasons I had were really not nearly as significant. One was like missing out on news events, because I did get a lot of news from Instagram. I feel like the whole posting things on your story is like, you know, we can go into the whole performative activism conversation, but I think I will save that for another day. But I genuinely did get a lot of news from there, so I was worried that I wouldn't be as informed about what's going on in the world. It's not that hard to just make the effort and read the news every once in a while, so yeah, that really hasn't been much of an issue. And the third one is the most insignificant fear, which is not being up to date on like pop culture trends, memes, stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? It's okay not to know about that stuff. It really doesn't impact my life that much. Sure, my friends might be using all these weird slang terms that I've never heard of, but like, that happens anyway, so it's fine. So yeah, I ultimately decided that that was not really important to me. Alright, now I'm going to talk about the reasons why I decided that deleting social media was ultimately the best decision for me. First of all, it is a huge time waster for me, especially TikTok. Like, spending way too much time on my phone every day is just not good for me. I could just be doing so many other things, you know? Like, I can't even imagine how much reading I would get done if I wasn't on my phone all the time. I did have time limits on for Instagram was like half an hour and Snapchat was 15 minutes a day, so it really wasn't much. My TikTok time limit was 2 hours a day. That's a long time, and like fulfilling that entire time limit, not good. So anyway, yeah, it was basically a giant waste of time for me, which was one reason I was like, you know, maybe you should not do this anymore. Second of all, I feel like it's just so much easier to compare yourself when you're exposed to all these social media feeds and stuff. And like, I feel like I'm a pretty confident person. I'm pretty secure in myself, you know, but it's still like, it's so easy to look at other people's lifestyles and appearances and stuff and be like, well, I kind of wish I was more like that, you know, which is a horrible feeling. So exposing myself less to that has, I think, already made me feel better, so that's cool. This kind of goes in with the time waster thing, but I would just feel so much better like channeling my energy into other things. Like sitting on my bed and scrolling through TikTok, sure, that is fun sometimes, you know what? It feels good. But I could also be doing things that would bring me more joy. Like I said, reading. I used to be super into painting and I haven't done that in a while, so maybe I'll start that up again, I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff that I would rather be doing than wasting my time scrolling through Instagram, you know? Being on social media all the time has also given me a massive, what is it called? Attention span problem. I mean, my attention span is like the length of a TikTok, and that's just like not good, you know? So I've noticed even tiny things like when I'm watching Love Island on Hulu, I sit through the ads and I just sit there during a 30-second ad instead of scrolling on my phone. Like, it's literally 30 seconds, just sit through it, doesn't matter. And I'm also not just randomly scrolling through my phone while I'm watching other things, which I used to do a lot. And that is like probably my low point for my attention span. The fact that I was finding it difficult to be mindful even while I'm just watching Netflix or something is just not, that is not good. So being off of social media is definitely already helping in that respect, and I think that it will continue to get better as I spend more time away from it. And then the last and biggest thing I think for me is that I just want to be more mindful in general. So I think this summer I'm really trying to take steps in my life just every day to be more mindful, and being more mindful about what I'm like consuming. One of my film professors used to say, instead of like watching a film, we consumed it, and that I just love that. So anyway, I've been using that word a lot when I'm talking about whatever I'm watching or reading. So anyway, that story aside, being away from social media has really allowed me to be more mindful about what I'm consuming. With things like TikTok, you log into the app, there's a big, giant, endless feed for you to scroll through. Uncurated, whatever. Well, no, it is curated, but like, you don't pick what's on it, you know? TikTok just shows you what they think you like. So there is nothing mindful about that. You can just scroll forever. So that realization kind of bugged me. Instagram is different because you're scrolling through a feed generally of people you follow. But I mean, even your like explore page, it's just things Instagram thinks you'll like, and then you can just literally scroll forever. So I basically wanted to take like mindless activities out of my daily schedule, and TikTok and Instagram I think are the biggest. I'm really struggling to find words today. Anyway, I think Instagram and TikTok were definitely the biggest offenders for me in that respect. Snapchat was also bad for me because like sending people streaks every day when I'm not even talking to them, just sending them a picture of my face, like what is that? Anyway, no offense if you love your Snapchat streaks. You do you. It's just not for me. Anyway, so yeah, fixing my attention span and just being more mindful about my life in general is like really important to me, especially the last one. So I think that stepping away from social media is already helping me do that, so I can't imagine how much it will do in the future. Alright, my last little section of this video is to talk specifically about what I am doing to delete social media, like different accounts and stuff. So let's get into that. First up, I have deleted the app, Instagram, and TikTok. TikTok was definitely the hardest one for me. Yeah, very difficult. But I did it. So I haven't deleted my account, but I did delete the apps off my phone, so I can always re-download them, I guess. We'll see. I might not even want to. I don't know. Snapchat I still have. I used to turn my notifications off, but I turned them back on because I ended all my streaks, so I don't like go on it every day. I only go on it when someone like specifically Snapchats me. I wanted to keep that one because I have a really important group chat on there, which is not, whatever. Anyway, I barely use it, so very happy with that. Smaller things like Twitter, I use Twitter like twice a year. Facebook, I really do not like using, and Reddit. I don't even know if that's considered a social media, but I used to use it and I don't really anymore. So I will be deleting my accounts off of all of those sites because it just doesn't bring me any kind of joy. Like, you know, TikTok and Instagram are like iffy, but these three just no. Anything else you can think of, I probably don't have an account or don't have it on my phone anyway, so not really a problem. And then I feel like YouTube is kind of a controversial one. Some people consider it social media, some don't. I don't know, I think this YouTube is definitely different for me because yes, it is like a curated view that you get of my life and I get of other people's lives when I watch their videos. However, YouTube is a lot easier for me to be mindful about because yes, I get a giant list of recommended videos, but I have to actively go and pick out a video to watch. So I'm able to be a lot more mindful about that. And it's not a like attention span destroyer the way TikTok is. So anyway, those are my reasons that I will stay on YouTube. Plus, I just love YouTube. So this is the first video of mine in probably a really long time, I don't know, where I will not be listing my social media links in the description box. So that's weird. I'm excited about this step that I'm taking. It hasn't been as hard as I thought it would be so far, but I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm excited to see how it impacts my life, hopefully positively. If you've tried to reach out to me on any social media accounts lately and I haven't responded to you, it is not personal. I just literally didn't know that you did anything. So yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you for watching. If you're doing the same thing, please let me know. I would love to see how anyone else's experience is going. Yeah, and also let me know if you want to see like a reflection later on down the line. I'm hoping I'll keep this up for a while, at least the rest of the summer, but we'll see. I don't know. Life is crazy, man. You never know what can happen. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because I would love to see your lovely face here again next Sunday. Do something nice for yourself today, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye!